What is up, my fire amigos? Welcome back to the channel for another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies Guide in 2025. What I have for you guys today is going to be the Alpha Omega Mannequin Easter eggs. Yes, eggs as in plural. There are two sides to this mannequin Easter egg. One half is this: if you shoot off all the mannequin heads, you get one reward. The other one is if you melee all the mannequin heads, you get another reward. First, before we start any kind of Easter egg, we need to talk about the mannequins themselves. There are a total of 30 mannequins around the map that you have to find and either shoot or melee off. If you decide to shoot some and then melee some others, you're going to hear this noise.
Need be.
So do not, and I mean do not, do that if you want the rewards. For the mannequins themselves, I'm just going to go by area that they're in, not specifically like any kind of order. So I'm just going to make it as clear as I can for you guys. We're going to start off with the spawn. As soon as you exit the entrance, there are going to be two mannequins you can find here. One on the right, you're going to see it along this fence, and then one on the left right next to this car here. We'll then go to operations. And operations, there are two. There's one right here in the front yard against the fence, and the other one goes to the backyard. You're going to see it here. We're going to now go to ABD, interrogation. There's only one, and it's in the backyard here. The next one is going to be transfusion facility. This one also has only one. It's right here next to the park location. We're going to go into the cul-de-sac and the Nuketown Square. There are two. You're going to see the first one right here, and then the second one's on top of this car here. Let's go into the Yellow House. The Yellow House has 5 total mannequins. The first one you're going to see right here in the trash can to the right of the cola perk. The second one's going to be upstairs on this chair. The third one's on the balcony outside. The fourth one's in the backyard balcony looking out to the distance. And then the fifth one's in the Yellow House backyard. Let's go over to prisoner holding for just a second. The first one, if you go to the prisoner holding from Yellow House, the first one's in that little passageway on the right. The second one, you need to go into the prisoner holding itself, and the mannequin's going to be sitting on this chair here. As for the greenhouse now, the first one can be found in the bottom half of the area on this chair here. The second one's on a chair upstairs, right here. The third one is on the balcony outside looking to the distance. And then the fourth one is in the backyard here. Moving on to the bunker. The diner has 2. One on this table here, and another on this table here. And going into the beds, there's only 2. One right here next to the canister for the main quest, and one right here on this chair. Going to the lounge, there are also only 2. One close by to Ted, and then the other one sitting in this chair here. Going on to the generators, there's a sneaky one right here underneath this pipe, and then there's one right next to the panel for the lockdown. For solitary and APD control, I'm putting them as 1. It's going to be the one right behind the desk. And then finally for the last 2 mannequins, it is the 2 in storage. One right next to the switch, and one right next to the canister. To start this Easter egg, we're going to be first doing the shooting all the heads off of each mannequin. Before we shoot off the last head out of the 30, I would recommend grabbing a pack-a-punch weapon. A good weapon to have would be the ICR. It's right there in the Nuketown bus for $15.50, and then you can pack a punch from there. I would at least pack it twice, maybe 3 times. But if you wanted to, you can do the first step of the main quest and get the free pack-a-punch ray gun Mark II. You don't have to; it's optional. When you shoot off the final head, you need to flip around. When you flip around, you're going to hear this.
Drink is too sweet.
This next round is going to be all 80 AM units, and they're just like the main Easter egg boss. They are stronger than normal zombies. I would aim for the head, and then just kill the zombies from there. The ICR is a very solid weapon to use, so I would just train around Nuketown Circle, and when you're done with the entire round, there's going to be a random drop coming from the sky, and it'll drop right in front of the Nuketown sign. It's going to be a free perk. Let's flip this Easter egg on its head. If you were to melee all the mannequin heads to shoot them off, you're going to see this mannequin here that stands right behind the Nuketown sign. What you need to do is take this mannequin from where it's at all the way to the generators. It will follow you all the way there, but the moment you turn around, it's going to stop in place. This is a game of pacing the mannequin. When you're in the generators, you're going to look for this corner here, and there's going to be a headless mannequin in there. You need to walk close to this mannequin in order for the other mannequin to be paired with it. When it's paired, they will follow you again. You need to take them all the way to the backyard of the greenhouse. You need to stay close to this mannequin. If you walk too far, it will just stay in place. I don't know how else to describe it other than walking a blind dog. Really, that's all it is. So just be very close to it, and when you get to the mannequin door, after some trial and error and whatnot, you need to make sure that you're past the door and that you are not looking at the mannequins, but when both mannequins go into the shed door is going to close, and you're going to get a self-revive. Now, if you're wondering what the hell the mannequins are doing, you can peek through the window. They're just standing there. That is both mannequin Easter eggs on Alpha Omega. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.